The amount of truth that is being exposed in humanity today is undeniable. It's undeniable that new systems need to be put in place. It's also undeniable that everything starts with us. It is not about seeking outside of ourselves or to pointing the finger to blame anyone. It's time to do something different, and it's about us healing ourselves and going within. The old systems are little by little collapsing. You can see it in the Hollywood industry. You can see it in the media. You see chaos all over. You see chaos in politics. It's a joke to say the least. And I don't have to explain what's going on here. It's collapsing because it was built on lies. It was built on manipulation. It was built out of using people in the most horrific ways. And so most of us really do want to detach at this point from these programs. Like me coming up here and preaching about let's detach from the programming. It's time to detach from the programming. It's time to reset, to like hit a reset button and reprogrammed ourselves, right? Truly, we can see with what's happening around us that this is what's necessary. Not only for beings that are seeking to awaken, but just as a whole, these systems are not for our best interest. They're not put in place, they were not put in place for our best interest. And what has been revealed is only the tip of the iceberg. Everything underneath it, it's about to come up to the surface. And at that time, we are really going to need to ground ourselves and truly hit that reset button. And so, as I share this, I also just came to the realization that, hey, yes, it's happening. It's time for a change. It's time for us to do something different. And as I say, hit the reset button, we can truly do this from within. Just like we restart a computer, just like we can reprogram a computer, we can reprogram ourselves. We can detach from these systems and heal, because as long as we're carrying around resentment, as long as we're carrying hurt, as long as we're carrying guilt, pain, remorse, shame, hatred, fear, the systems that are in place will still have control, because these systems are able to function based on these low vibrational energies: fear, remorse, hate, anger, shame, guilt, or anything that's low vibrational. That's how they're able to sustain, to stay in place, right? So if we want to take our power back, we should do the opposite, which would be heal. Take all that energy and take it within. And when I tell you that we can forgive anything and anyone, we can. We can identify the spirits that were operating through these people and choose to forgive them, for they know not what they do, because they don't. They don't. Something was operating through them. It might look like it's them inside that vessel, but their vessel was compromised because they were so low vibration. And as when we're operating at a low vibration, that's where the enemy is able to take hold of our vessel, right? So we're able to forgive anyone and anything and not pass judgment. And the way that we don't pass judgment is by identifying that, becoming aware spirits were operating through these vessels, no matter who they are. And that's why it's so important that we detach from the titles, whether it's your mother, is your brother, is your lover, is your son, is your daughter, whoever it may be. We can detach from the titles. And the way that we can also detach from the title is by anchoring our identity into we are a spiritual being having a human experience. And we carve out the experiences that we're going to have. And some of the people that are in our lives, they're meant to give us lessons. And sometimes the lesson is to detach, to remove ourselves, to choose ourselves, to preserve self-preservation. It's something that I wanted to speak on especially when it comes to those titles of family, lover, children, mother, father, brother, sister. When it comes to these titles that are so close to us, how we can go ahead and detach from these titles. We can do this by rewiring our identity, anchoring our identity into we came here to master ourselves. We came here to master ourselves, master energy, and manipulate energy for the highest good and harm to none, and manifest the reality that we want to have for ourselves. And so, when it comes to these titles of these people who are so close and near to us, and we find ourselves in a situation where we are continuously in loops and loops and loops and loops, we should identify the pattern there and see what it is that we're supposed to learn from these people. Lovingly remove ourselves from their presence. Forgive them, for they know not what they do, and move on to the next lesson, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to heal ourselves, to master ourselves, and to choose ourselves so that we may be able to evolve. All of the ancient knowledge has been hidden from us. The universal laws have been hidden from us. They have been kept in occult practices. That's why they're secret societies. And what's happening is that the masses are being controlled by these people in power, in these secret societies, in these political groups, in the higher ups. The people who are unaware that when they're operating at a low frequency, their energy is manipulated, meaning your emotion, the way you act, the way you behave, the things that you do, the things that you say is manipulated because you're vibrating at a frequency in which they can affect you. And they can do this in ways where magic is used and where non-magic is used, because just simply like gossip is a form of energy manipulation. Creating false narratives is a form of energy manipulation. You just have to be vibrating at its frequency. And not only that, that compiled with actual magic creates a ripple effect in our lives. But we have to be aware of it. We have to be hip to it, per se. And so these people, they have to show it to us in a Disney movie, in a Hollywood film, on a song. They have to tell us, and they show it to us. It's just that we think it's entertainment. We think that's just a movie. We think that's just a song. Meanwhile, we are under a hypnosis because not enough of us are awakened. But the good thing is that things are falling apart. So we can see it in politics. We could see it in Hollywood. We can see it in the news, in media. We could see how the industries are collapsing.